All right, the NFL has officially dropped their proposed rule changes for 2024, and there's lots of juicy tidbits, some that we expected, others that are really experimental, just a 1 year change, particularly to the kickoff, onside kicks, new safety when it comes to tackling, a rule proposal on challenges that I absolutely love. But let's just get into it. The big one, first and foremost, hip drop tackles. We've seen a massive increase in the speculation that the NFL was going to ban the hip drop tackle, considered a dangerous play. We've seen a lot of guys get injured. You know, it's kind of a weird, fluky play. How else are you supposed to bring down these guys? Massive men moving at full speed. You're going to have to get some leverage on you. But we saw this with the horse collar tackle. We know the horse collar used to be legal. It was snapping people's legs left and right. You can thank Roy Williams for that ban, destroying T.O.'s leg. Now the hip drop. And I really feel like this one's going to get done. For those of you who don't know, it's when the defender kind of grabs a guy, drops all his body weight to pull an offensive player down. And it's really kind of dangerous. We've seen a lot of guys, it's the same kind of idea as the horse collar tackle. The offensive guys moving forward, all this weight drags them down and backwards. You twist up legs, you hurt, you break stuff, you tear stuff. But there's a lot of contention. The NFL Players Association not fully on board with this rule proposal. They don't think the officials are going to have any ability to make these judgment type calls. Look, most fouls are judgment type calls. And don't get me on here defending officials, because I'm not. They're trash. The NFL has a whole other can of worms to fix that. But if they're able reasonably well to officiate pass interference, roughing the passer, defenseless receivers, stuff like that, I think they'll be able to manage what is and what isn't a hip drop tackle. Now, they're not going to be perfect. We saw that there is a little bit of a learning curve, like with the horse collar. What is a horse collar? What's exactly illegal? Now, I'm all for these penalties to be reviewable. 15-yard penalties are a big deal. They should be reviewable, especially on egregious missed calls that aren't fouls. We need to really revamp this stuff. But they go into the exact definition of what is going to be called. So as follows: when a player grabs the runner with both hands or wraps the runner up with both arms and unweights himself by swiveling or dropping his hips and or lower body, landing on and trapping the runner's legs below the knee. That's the big one. Grant an automatic first down. We always know that one. That's the big one there. We know that. Now the major changes coming also to the kickoff. This one's kind of bizarre. They're adopting more of an XFL type model we've seen. They want to get rid of the high-speed collisions, but they think this new way is going to allow for more kickoff returns. We're going to get the kickoff back. It's really interesting. I don't know how I feel about this so far. It's kind of a bizarre. We got a little graphic for you. I'll just move it on over here. Sorry, Pat, kick you out here. So we're going to be kicking off from the 35-yard line over here. The two teams are going to line up 5 yards apart, the receiving team at the 35, the kicking team at the 40, and then you're going to have this neutral zone, landing zone type thing. So basically, none of the players can move on either of these teams until the ball is touched by one of these receiving players. Now, you can only have at maximum 2 players in the landing zone. The kicker can run down there, but these guys can't move until the ball is fielded by the offense. So no movement here by either of these guys. Big thing here now is if you get a touchback, if the ball lands straight into the end zone on this, it's going to be a touchback all the way to the 35. So if you kick it off, go straight into the end zone, touchback to the 35. Now, if it bounces in this safe landing zone and goes into the end zone for a touchback, back to the 20. We've been at the 25 for the last few years now. But if you also kick it short, you land it short of this landing zone, that's going to be to the 40. So big skill involved now with kickers. I think the kickers are going to like this. It's going to take some skill. No more just booming it through the end zone. If a player does touch it beforehand, obviously live ball and it rolls into the end zone, regular touchback, whatever like that. And the other addition is onside kicks. Now, onside kicks are still going to be a thing. There's another rule proposal to eliminate onside kicks and have a 4th and 20 opportunity to pick up the ball and get it back. But they're not probably going to pass that. They're going to go with this onside kick method. No onside kicks until the fourth quarter. So sorry, Sean Payton, no halftime opening for a Super Bowl. And you have to inform the opposing team you are onside kicking, and you have to be trailing in the fourth quarter. So basically, fourth quarter only, you have to be losing the game, and you have to tell the other team you're onside kicking. Now, I do believe it's going to go back to the prior onside kick method where they're going to have a little bit of a run up to go get this football, because now onside kicks are essentially a moot point. Nobody can recover these things when you're standing still. It's just way too easy. Unless you get a real weird bounce, a squeak out, you're never getting this onside kick. We need to bring onside kicks back a little bit. We need to get a little bit more fun in the NFL. So that's the kickoff room rule. There's another 8 changes proposed here by teams. Big fan of this one. They're going to allow a club to get a third challenge if you get one challenge successful. I agree. I think if you get a challenge right, you don't lose that challenge. I think you should get unlimited challenges. You can only get 2 challenges wrong, but you get unlimited challenges. So if I get the first challenge right, I didn't lose that challenge. If I get a second challenge right, I didn't lose that challenge. If I get a third, we're going to keep going. If your officials are so garbage and so trash that I have to keep winning challenges, that's on you, Bubba. That's not on me. So I love this rule change. Absolutely. I think you should get unlimited challenges, but you can only get 2 wrong. I mean, so many plays are reviewed anyway. The turnovers, scoring plays, all sorts of crap inside of 2 minutes in each half. It's not going to be a problem, and we got to get these calls right. Another rule about the touching on a kickoff, not that big of a deal here. Here's the Philadelphia, the fourth quarter one, like I was talking about. You know, we're going to see. It's just whatever on the kickoff and the touching. Colts allow replay officials to challenge any foul that's been called. I don't love that. I think the personal foul calls are a good one. Like I said, the face mask, the roughing the passer, the horse collars, the new hip drop tackle. I think those should be reviewable. Those are pretty easy to get right on a call. Pass interference, perhaps, but we've tried that, and it gets really muddy there. I think there's a reason for the eye in the sky. I think they need to step in more when there's a clear and egregious miss like that. Let's see, allow enforcement of a major foul by the offense prior to a change of possession if they're offsetting fouls. So like you can't take cheap shots and personal fouls and have them offset if you lose the ball. I'm okay with that. I like that one. Passer down by contact or out of bounds before throwing the pass as a reviewable play. That's a tough one here to see done because they're going to blow the whistle and everyone's going to kind of stop. Now, there could be extenuating circumstances. I don't see that going. Review if the clock is clear. Game clock, not play clock, has clearly expired before any snap. I like that. I guess I would assume you could review that, but I guess you can't already. There's the hip drop tackle elimination. Expand the crackback to players going in motion. Help protect the defensive players. Can't go below the knee. And the kickoff review. So 10 new rule proposals. Sounds like the hip drop's definitely going to get passed. Also sounds like the new kickoff's going to be implemented. It's only a 1-year test run. We're going to see how that goes. But let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Any other rule changes you want to see to the NFL? Are you for the hip drop removal? Are you for the kickoff new rules? Let me know what you guys think. If you haven't already, drop a quick like on this video. Hit that thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. We got new sports content every single day. If you want to support the channel more, sign up for a channel membership. You get access to exclusive videos. We're building up that catalog. You get early access to some of my longer form videos. It really helps support me, allows me to keep making this great content for you guys every single day. Again, like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.